There you go. There you go. Everybody's here.
Oh my god, it's Ing.
Yeah, it's Ing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at
He
him.
looks angry.
Yeah.
He looks so grumpy.
Yeah.
He looks like he would offer a very interesting deal that you can definitely refuse.
Yeah, I would definitely refuse. Yes.
Wow.
Nothing against you, it's just I don't think you can offer me anything I would like. To be honest.
What I was like, I've got a Sonic the Hedgehog ice cream pop.
I
No,
want
thank
it.
you.
I wanted. Okay. So, and apparently my little dice bot does not work at the bottom left, but it's fine. Welcome to session 22. Oh boy, it's been 2 weeks again. Last week there was no session, but it is what it is. And I guess without further ado, gotta ask one simple question. The same question I ask every single week. Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. So, so last we all left off. Well, you found what you were looking for. You did, in fact, find the massive satyr that almost a week or so, about 2 weeks ago, tried to kill you or just warn you to not come any closer. Seeing that he might have killed 140 something satyrs on his own, and I guess meeting up with him, he was willing to talk, and you talked, and then an epiphany and realization came up as he was not hunting you, he was hunting demons and the satyrs who basically befell them. And apparently one of the demons, with your revelation, Recifitra, was possessed or kinda stuck with you. Some deals were supposed to be made that did not come through, and the satyr killed the imp that was basically lurking somewhere around you this entire time, freeing you of the little demonic pact that you might have made with the imp. And Recifitra, you once again are free to do as you want, but a bit more stronger. So you told the satyr about the volcano, the potential demons that are rising up from it, and he basically left you on to do whatever you want, leaving you but a trinket and some information that Ural wished to know of a long abandoned temple dedicated to the moon, Lekna, to the north, about a day's or so travel. You set off. You met along the way somewhat like a stalking individual, a druid, quite a bit of a hermit by the name of Herc, which he accompanied you. Traveled a whole day's worth across the river. You got summoned by some sort of hell lord to hell to try to make some sort of deal with you, which of course you denied because you will serve no master, no how matter great or powerful, because you are the master of your destiny now. And technically, one final thing is that Recifitra, you have found one of your kin, one of your ilk, a plasmoid that probably recently awoken. You gave him some food, and I guess you befriended it, as now it follows you. So technically, now It is the dawn of a new day. In the midst
By the
of the
way, I would
woods.
like to attune to the item during that long rest.
Sure enough, you can. So, oh yeah, also now everyone can see not massive, but just a snake creature that Hero said that existed but never could seen before. So that's nice. But yeah, morning comes.
So that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, morning comes.
How much does the pendant weigh? I don't think we talked
The
about that before.
pendant weighs about like a third of a pound. Like 300 grams, not 300 grams, like 100 grams. Nothing.
0.3. Got it.
Yeah. What would anybody like to do in the morning? As you all guarded, you did not find anything of trouble, but of course, all of you have witnessed something interesting throughout the night individually.
I will feed the children.
I'm gonna tell everyone very excitedly about the slime I found, and that I absolutely intend to adopt it, and that I will protect it with everything I have, and nothing will happen to it, and it's gonna be great.
Well, damn. So serious about it, huh? Fair enough.
So, anybody else?
I'm giving pastries to Ink and also Ing. And we're having a breakfast.
Oh, I am munching.
There you go. So, breakfast aside, Hero, your little newfound companion for all to see, can sense something up north, the path you were continuing, as you were basically the person who guided everyone up to this point. The head of Abu just kind of keeps swirling up northwards, like he's seeing something not too far away.
Well, let's go.
So, that being said and done, if everybody's content and nobody wants to do anything in the morning, I would like to one of you roll me a d10.
I can do that.
One of us.
Yes, one of you. 2. And a simple perception from all of you.
Perception.
Yes.
Okay. I love perception plus 0.
I love refrigerators.
I love my
I'm blind.
Trains.
I'm just fucking blind.
No.
Ooh. Wandering through the forest, basically letting Hero's newfound companion essentially lead the way. You're a little close second. And just kind of traversing through the forest unopposed, without any threats or whatnot. About an hour in, every so often, you find skeletons of game, elk, deer, wolves, and somewhat as big as owl bears. Massive skeletal formation just kind of left on the ground unopposed.
I would like to have a look at them and investigate them and try to see if I can find out what happened to them.
Investigation or a medicine check?
I will go for investigation. Because once again, like the threats of Hydra on the case.
Okay.
And
Good for
because
you.
of the pendant, I now have advantage on investigation checks. So this is a
19.
19.
You look at the skeletons, and some of them are pretty easily discerned that they died of natural causes. As some of them are been maybe months old, but the bigger ones, like ginormous ones by any means, their skeletal formation, their bone structure has basically been unopposed. So that means they have rotted away and no predator has even touched them, tried to, take a piece out of their carcass or whatnot. And then as you get a bit closer and try to figure out the reason, you realize it's not because some sort of oddity transpired to these bodies, to these skeletons, to to happen like that. Their bones are extremely fresh, realize. Their bones are still slick with few scrapes of fat. You realize the biggest ones, the few bears and even owlbear corpse that you find, their skeletons are still fresh. And when you break them apart, the blood's marrow inside of them is still fresh. They're picked clean, but they have not been here for more than 2-3 days.
I share those findings with the rest of the group.
So they've been
probably
skeletonized.
Ooh.
No, they have probably been eaten, so we should be a bit careful.
That's what skeletonizing something is.
Oh, I didn't know that word.
Yeah, it's when you eat something until it's a skeleton.
Wow, Ing, you're so smart.
I know about eating things.
Crunch, crunch.
Ah,
I
guess
give
in that case
Ing a
I've-
little proud head pat.
I got it.
I guess in that case I've been skeletonizing lots of things.
Do you
Technically,
leave a skeleton when you eat?
Sometimes. They are a bit dry.
Well, then yeah.
well,
Can you tell what skeletonized these?
Well, just by looking at them, since they are some pretty big animals, must have been something quite strong and quite hungry if it ate this much meat.
and also something.
Or the
Yeah,
DM is talking. I apologize.
it's fine. But the main thing about it is that all the skeleton, all the bones is still perfectly intact. There was not like something has broken them apart and broke the bones. Everything is clean, as if somebody just waited until the whole thing to rot.
So no crunch crunch.
No breakage of bones, no cracks, no
So
nothing.
in that case, probably not something big and strong. Maybe more like a lot and small.
Someone sucked the bones dry.
Maybe they were magically skeletonized?
I turn to Ural. Any magic?
Okay, I'm gonna cast
Detect magic?
yeah, right. I forgot. Let's go.
See it.
Oh, I'm blind. I looked through where it was, and then I couldn't read. I can't read.
I can't read.
You cannot comprehend, she cannot read.
So, any magic?
Oh, wait. Yeah. There is. No, there is no magic. There is this. Well, nothing. It's kind of just odd. There's literally nothing magical about the skeletons.
Well, so that is a fucking lie. No, I'm joking.
So in that case, it's probably either a lot of very small things, so we just ate the flesh without touching the bones, or it is something that uses acid or something of the sort to just remove the flesh without leaving any marks on the bones.
And acid even do that to leave no marks on the bones?
Well, depending on the acid, it attacks only certain materials. So there are acids that don't really attack bones, but completely destroy flesh.
Nice.
What about acid?
What about
Would-
acid?
Could acid have done this?
That's what I just said. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sadness. Disappointment.
So, with that being said, I guess you can now continue on your journey with these cool skeletons. Another D10, if you will. Because besides the skeletonized creatures, there's really nothing of problem. It just nice walk. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Who can roll me another perception check?
Yeah, someone who has not a +0, okay? So.
Technically, you could do it to maybe roll a natural 20. You never know. You roll.
No, look. That's what we need, bro.
I like how I haven't rolled above a 10 so far.
That's nice. Anybody
Luckily,
else?
my modifiers are carrying me.
Anybody else want to roll perception?
Do I? Do I?
Yeah, I'll have a sniff around.
Sneef, sneef.
Oh no.
21. What do I discover?
Ooh.
A
Yes.
brand new world.
Branch.
Let
just
me show you the world.
all of a sudden a massive truck hits you. All of a sudden you wake up as a human.
East side.
There you go.
East
And
side.
you have a smartphone in your pocket.
Oh yes.
What is that?
What is that?
Item.
Anyway,
Secondary item.
as it takes you about 2 other hours, you realize, Uriel, that your companion, your snake, is being restless. It's not making like faster movements, but seems to be swirling its head around as if trying to almost confirm that it's going the way it should.
So he's like a little bit. Okay.
No, like it's like a dog that is chasing someone down, but also stops for a second to sniff again to see if it's going the same way. But with a snake, it's kind of awkward as it just slithers, stops. So
Okay.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna ask, like, is something wrong? To taboo.
It would very blandly speak out. Yes. Ing!
Okay.
Somewhere around now, you faintly through the woods, through the calm summer air, you hear screaming. But a hush of it to the north echoes through the winds carry it to you. Someone is screaming.
My demon ears have identified suffering.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh,
power.
what kind?
I don't know. Maybe we should go check it out.
Sure.
I'm gonna fly ahead and see if I can't get a head start on where it is.
Yeah, I always forget that Ing is like a tiny thing.
So,
With
it
wings.
literally goes north still. It goes for a few for a good 10 seconds, you can hear the screaming, the wailing, and almost like a plead, begging, and then all of a sudden it just goes silent. It takes you for about 10 minutes to travel north still until you find a skeleton, a humanoid skeleton, hugging a tree, holding it in this death grip, sunk into the ground.
I would like to ask the druid that is with us if he has ever seen anything like these skeletons and if he has any explanation for it.
The druid looks at you, looks at skeleton, eyes it for a few moments, kneels down and just kind of taps the skeleton, and then seems to feel something between his fingers as he rubs it.
Oh, he's rubbing the corpse.
It is still fresh.
Yeah, we heard it screaming.
Oh, really? He was low rolling for sure.
That's why I asked. I have
He
the
looks.
sneaking suspicion that there's something that turns things into skeletons. I have figured this out with my brilliant detective instinct.
He just looks on to the north. Something dark.
Okay,
Gestures.
well, you guys sit here and talk to the... are you drunk? The drunk druid. I'm going to fly around and see if I can't find some bizarre, slimy creature that's doing this, if you'll excuse me.
Roll me a perception check.
Let's if he draw like gets a bit bigger in front of the like smaller slime in order to hide it from view. And it's like, I don't know any slimy creatures.
Yeah, we don't mean your tiny child, okay? He needs something else. That's
Yes,
like
clearly I'm
otherwise.
looking for something like a carnivorous ooze or some kind of... something that looks like it flays skin from bones.
Like Resifitra.
I don't know, something that doesn't look like a forest animal.
Yes. So,
Nervous laughter.
Just like Resifitra.
what is everybody else doing by their newly found skeleton?
Well, I would like to have a look at its arms that are hugging the tree. If they seem like they were like cuffed or something, or if it was like hugging it out of its own will.
It's clear to see that it was hugging out of its will. You see the bark freshly ripped out, where its skeleton fingers lay.
But why would it hug a tree?
The bear?
No, the human skeleton.
Oh,
Why would it hug a tree while it's fucking dying?
maybe he tried to climb up. And then it looked
Does
like
it look like it wanted to climb up?
slipped down and now it looks like it
Mm,
was hugging it.
can you roll me an investigation check? This time with advantage, because it really would be helping.
I always have advantage on investigation.
Right. The flex.
So that's a 23.
Ooh. Looking into the grass, to the tree, looking around, you see clearly freshly made footprints that you assume were made by this skeleton as it reaches the tree and nothing else. Additionally, you can see that there's no marks of any other creature or entity being around. No animals, no oozes, even oozes leave just a pathway through the
Yes.
grass.
You said that it was halfway in the ground, right?
It's basically slumped halfway. to the ground, as if it was standing but then kind of fell to the ground.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Spontaneous flesh combustion? I don't know.
Looks like it.
So then it was hugging the tree to support itself.
Or maybe
Yeah,
just
maybe.
final moments of panic.
Hmm.
You don't really see the tree being hugged, any causation of what happened to the skeleton. More like a final thing that the humanoid tried to do before meeting its end. Ing, however, Ing, you fly around and you look around and you realize there's not a single animal, critter, bird, or anything. And as you like kind of look and kind of give up to your search, you spot on a branch a squirrel. Mundane, simple, staring, doing
Oh
nothing.
my god, the squirrels are government drones. Squirrels don't exist.
No. As you try to figure out what to do with it, ask it to kill it because it looks at you funny, all of a sudden you see the squirrel try to move away from the branch, just kind of go down, and something stops it as the fur detaches from its body, then the muscle, blood, sinew, and essentially a whirlpool of bodily mass starts to fly like a serpent string towards north, leaving the skeleton squirrel with its nails intact to the bark of the branch just there. The skeleton.
All right, I fly over to the scroll skeleton and I grab it. So I can, and I fly it back to the party.
Oh, you found a pet?
Neat.
Don't touch the trees.
Don't punch the tree.
This squirrel had meat stuff like 30 seconds ago. And then it tried to jump out of the tree, and then it jumped right out of its skin.
I would like to try and think back to the skeletons we saw and try to remember if all of them were touching a tree in some way.
No. Some of them were just laying on the grass. Some were on the rock.
I don't
like a-
think. I don't think the trees are the problem.
Also, you kind of did, like, the druid touched the tree. You probably touched the tree.
Well,
Someone
that's
else.
true. I did touch a tree. I mean, I may have jumped to the wrong conclusion on this.
Well, from what you're telling us, it definitely seems to be something magical. So, Ural, please keep an eye on that while we walk.
Yeah, I have to detect magic on.
It's been 2 hours since you used it last, so.
Yeah, but I can cast at will.
Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough.
I don't need anything to use it. I
Okay.
can cast it at will. So
Okay,
I will do
okay. Sure.
I would also like to try and cast Identify on the skeleton to see if I can find any spells affecting it.
You look around. There is. You can roll me a perception check, because there's nothing. There's magical items on the druid, you all. But something is off about the woods that you look at. Something is off, but you can't really understand it.
You mean Ural, right? With the
Ural,
detect
Ural,
magic?
yes.
Come again? What?
Perception check.
Me? Okay.
Yes.
Me with my plus 0.
Yes. Next time, build a character with perception. Recipitra. It is a simple skeleton of a squirrel. It's nothing of importance, nothing of unusual. It's just a skeleton. Nothing special about it. Nothing that the skeleton is currently afflicted by, or possesses any unnatural properties.
Alright.
Mm-mm. For the briefest of moments, you see something in just the greenery. Just everything. The leaves, the grass, ground. Something flinches for a few seconds. And then you realize something. Looking at the ground, looking at the branches and the bark, there are insects, ants, larvae, caterpillars.
It's not
There,
for,
there is
you know.
blooms of necrotic school of magic fluttering on each individual insect for a briefest of moments before ants become immobile and dead, caterpillars become basically chunks of just husks. And yeah, everything around you seems to be dying instantaneously.
I'm gonna tell this to my party. This is not okay. Bro.
Wow, cool.
Be careful not to touch any living creature with just, like, your skin.
I don't think that will save us.
Yeah, somehow I feel like just being here is a problem.
Yeah, but this is the only bet we have.
Well,
I can't levitate yet, so...
I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna make sure I'm not walking.
Hey, yo, should I turn into mist?
Might be safer. You know, I don't really have any meat that I could take. But, you know, I'm a bit worried about all of you.
I cannot fly. Why didn't I take the thing? Why didn't I take the thing that I levitated? It would be so cool.
Oh, I could take out my my floating disc, and Ural and I could sit on it.
Ooh, yeah.
Let me do that. Let me double check how much weight. I'm pretty sure it can carry a lot of weight, but let me see. Boop, 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 boop.
Can I think about this
10?
kind of magic? With
Oh yeah,
magic
it's
and try to figure out if we can do any precautions against it.
Roll
it's a
me.
3-foot diameter disc, and it can carry 500 pounds, and it follows me. So I'll take that out, and we can have Ural sit on it, and then maybe I'll become gaseous form for a bit.
What about the druid and shit?
Would you and Ural sitting on it be more than 500 pounds?
No, that would not be.
I mean, he can just walk.
Whoever wants to sit on the disc can sit on the disc. It's fine.
I'm sitting on this with my snake.
You can see that Herc is clearly observing what is happening at the ground, slowly but surely. But he is not panicking. He is not.
Of course he is.
He's not being spooked as all of you. He seems to be getting more angry than anything.
It's possible he's not all with us right now. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
These druids, I know they eat weird mushrooms and stuff.
So,
Hmm?
what check did you want, Eric?
Goddamn it. For history, yes, history.
This
Yeah. You really have no clue what it is. Definitely, it's not a natural occurrence. That's the one thing that you understand. Uh, you really don't have any reference to what this could be exactly. So,
How far away are we from the temple, based on our information?
you several hours walk if the Seder to be correct. Exactly how long you have no clue. Never walked there, so
Hmm. So, what do you guys think? Do we just press on?
Well, as long as nobody touches the ground or any animals or any plants, I don't see why not. I'm still a little bit worried about the slime. Just because she doesn't have a skeleton to pull out doesn't mean she can't die instantly.
Well, that or
I
she's
don't
gonna
have any
take in
meat.
whatever is making everything
Or
sick and it's just gonna
muscles.
be in there.
Or blood?
Yes, but you still possess life.
Hmm.
Do I?
Maybe the slime gets on the disc too.
Is there enough space for me and my slime?
I mean,
Ah.
probably.
Ooh, give me a second. Now I need to. Your slime, sure. You, Recipitra.
How much does slime weigh?
It weighs about 40 pounds. Recipitra, you're big and you have a lot of items on you. A handful of items, if say. But oh god, how many of you are gonna go on the disc? I'm now trying to think of it.
I think I weigh more than half of the disc's weight limit, so probably not.
Mm-hmm.
It has to follow me, so I'm just gonna be gaseous forming.
I
Or
guess
how?
I will hand the small slime to Uriel and be like, take good care of it. Very careful.
Doesn't even have a name, man. It's so weird.
I didn't have a name until I gave myself one.
What name? Okay, so maybe you should give this thing a name. What do you think?
Right, that's what a parent would do, huh? I'll have to think about that.
Right.
So yeah, I guess I will be
Anyways.
walking then.
So, give me a second. I need to change some music.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, second. If this is the right music that I look for.
If.
Oh, what exactly were the rules of the Encyclopedia of Knowledge again?
Hmm?
The Encyclopedia of Knowledge. You never
Yes.
gave me like an exact description. What were the rules again for that?
Didn't I?
No.
Yay. Thank you for reminding me of it too late. But essentially, you ask it a subject, and you will, if it has anything of a, like within this plane of it, it will bring it up in the book. Well, basically, it will reform the book into essentially a thing like. It will basically shape that the whole book is it's about subject that you had in question. Technically, you have now the story of Valentine Pellegritter and
So
his.
is it permanent? Or can we choose a new subject?
You can choose a new subject, but you haven't really chosen a new subject, so it still stays the same.
Can I ask it about this phenomenon?
Ooh. About this phenomenon. D100 from you, Recipitra. Nice. Would you be asking it immediately, or you would be just walking?
I like basically we like start walking, and the moment we like start walking, I remember, oh, right, I have this book, and I would stop and take a look at it.
It is the whole book shifts, spoils, rots in your hand, it becomes this fleshy thing. This no longer a book of paper or wood, more of a thick tome with pages made of wet flesh. As you open it, can you read Abyssal?
No.
You
I
haven't.
also can't read a still.
Does anybody can read Abyssal?
Yeah, I would like ask around if anyone can read it.
Gee, I wonder if
Ing,
anybody here
Danya?
can read Abyssal.
Oh, me. Now
Oh,
Hey.
right. And what's the future
Oh
holds
wait,
like to
Diania.
Dania?
Wait, can Diania actually do it?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh well, then never
Or
mind.
wait, is demonic and abyssal different?
Different.
Yeah.
Are infernal
Never
and abyssal?
mind.
Wait, is infernal actually a language in D&D?
Yes, infernal and infernal is the language of hell, while abyssal is the language of abyss.
Of demons, basically.
Hmm.
But surely they're similar.
Not really.
Wait, I'm stupid. I can read all writings.
Ah,
Thank you Harold, for reminding yourself. Thank you.
I have Eyes of the Runekeeper. I can read anything.
Mm-mm-mm.
oh, Yoro, can you read this?
Okay, let me read it.
Okay. So so the first text, the first thing on this pages of flesh reads that I guess you assume the ritual's name, which is Rites of Poison Skies. There you go.
Okay.
It is a necromantic ritual to appease specific gods. The gods are not named in this scripture, nevertheless. The surrounding area slowly but gradually gets succumb to the ritual. Its life force transferred into the epicenter of the ritual in order to begin anew. In parentheses, there is a word sequence. Can anybody roll me a religion or a history check? Ing, you get an advantage. The Aeneas, you get an advantage. Ural, you get an advantage. Recipitra, you get a disadvantage.
Oh,
I'm gonna deny my advantage for character reasons. I don't know shit about anything. Just roll 2d20, and you take the highest one. Yeah, I was in hell for maybe like a grand total of half a minute, and I never went back.
Yeah, and nobody else has been to hell as well. I'm not saying this because you've been
that's a
in hell.
net one. Hmm.
So the only context. Damn. Only Ural has some sort of grasp of it. So, a sequence you could presume is a fancy way of saying that a new beginning. This ritual might usher something awful if it is completed. And seeing as things are getting killed, skeletonized, you assume the ritual is already underway.
Question: do I recognize this ritual?
No.
Okay.
Does it say anything about how we can protect ourselves from it, Yoro?
I'm gonna read it.
So, there have been in total seven times this ritual has been performed or attempted to be performed in this plane. Five of them have failed, one of them has succeeded, and one is currently undergoing.
I wonder which one wins at the end.
Hmm.
Oh, can you read up on the one that succeeded? What happened? Does it say anything?
It does. It does say what had happened. So.
Well, let me read it.
Mm-hmm. Um. For it's basically a few passages of the failures of other cults who have been basically stopped either by not fulfilling the quota of the ritual or basically being stopped at its tracks. The sixth ritual has been performed by the great goblin Beijai Jalazu about 200 years ago. Its outcome was that its chosen armies became scions of pestilence. Death was no longer a reality, but a mere long fantasy. They were walking, living corpses. For them, every single pestilence and disease coursed through, as they were nigh unkillable.
Okay, does it say anything about how the others were stopped that weren't stopped because they didn't meet the quota? Like, maybe something about how people managed to get to them to stop them without being affected by it.
No, there are no specifics. It is just stop.
So there's no information about any protection against it.
Nope.
Anything else?
Well, Tim.
There are specifics about the ritual, as the ritual takes a week to perform. The range at the beginning is matter of 500 feet, but it can escalate up to 100 miles of range. Where
We'll probably still have a bit of time.
where creatures small and large get almost immediately consumed, their flesh, their blood, and sinew transported into the center for the ritual to continue feeding.
Oh, hold on. Do
Oh,
I
those things
remember?
brain muscles?
Do I remember which direction the squirrel meat flew off in?
North.
Okay.
The direction
So when the
we
squirrel
need to
fell
go.
apart, when it went shloop right out of its meat, all the meat went flying north.
Is that where we were heading?
Yes.
We're heading north.
You know, I'm just trying to be helpful.
No, it was very helpful. Good jobbing. Very proud of you.
So basically we don't have any way of stopping it without going through the zone ourselves.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
What do you got? Protect against evil or salt circle? I don't know. What works?
I don't have protection from evil and good, so I have dimension door, but
I don't think you can dimension doors all the way there.
yeah, it could be very risky, you know. Like suddenly you're in a pack of people. Nah, I don't want to do that.
Well, I guess we don't really have a choice, do we? There's not really any precautions we can take, probably.
Well,
Yes.
I suppose I could fly and get as close as possible so I can see how many people are actually there, and then we could teleport in.
I mean, how far does Dimension Door even go?
I can tell you that in a second.
because I think we are like way too far for that to actually do stuff.
Uh, I know it's like 500 feet, I think.
Yeah, and we
That's-
might still be a few miles away from it.
Dimension or... oh. Oh, 500 feet, yeah. It's 500.
Well, then I guess we continue walking.
Yes.
Well,
Because we have no way of communicating with Ing if he's there, if he's not if he's gonna come back.
Well, I mean, I would just come back.
But what if
Also,
something
we
happens?
actually still have a greater sending stone that the mage
Well,
gave
then
us to contact him.
Right. That's
Mm.
true. Maybe he has an idea.
well, I don't know how long you want to fly, but when you fly for several hundred feet, there's still just forest. It's not like all of a sudden there's just a ritual site.
Well, that's kind of what I
I
was
guess
hoping to
that-
find.
Like I said, we are still probably a few miles away from the temple. We actually need to keep walking for a while.
Yep.
Hmm.
Indeed.
All right, we'll just keep walking.
Do I see something? Because I have Devil's Sight. I can see. Wait, no, I don't have Devil's Sight, but
I have those, but I don't have those. But
no, I have
So-
that. Wait, never mind. Just ignore it.
Yura basically keeps detect magic on while we walk.
Yes.
I think that's what you say.
You do see flickers of necrotic energy just flicker in the grass, on the trees, on the leaves. And you don't really see any signs of, you don't see any signs of animal life or even insect life. No birds, nothing.
Okay.
Take
Well, I'm gonna keep an eye out. If I see something abnormal than it already is, then I'm gonna.
And I
tell
guess
you
we
guys.
would speed up our march so that we get through the zone as fast as possible.
So is any are you going like ahead a few hundred feet?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So it takes you about half an hour of traveling. Um, Ural, your snake, being more restless than ever, seemingly sensing more than all of you. Ing, about half an hour, 35 something minutes in. The trees basically are still trees, but then you start to see something as it turns to the left and to the right. On the backs of the trees, basically on their north side of the bark, you see streaks of reddish liquid. Clearly understanding that it's blood, every single tree basically has some sort of splatter, line, or anything like almost a mark.
Eh.
Few more minutes pass and you realize that the ground ahead of you, which was previously, green and full of, summer's life, now has splatters of red blood. At the beginning, a few small pools and droplets in random places. Eventually, it starts to just turn into small rivers on the ground.
Oh.
All right, I think I'm getting close.
Do I see something abnormal, or it's just flickering of necrotic?
Well, as the trees begin to as the trees begin to appear with blood on their north side, you see two things: that the blood itself contains necrotic energies, and the second thing is that the blood is spreading.
I tells my party and I advise not to touch the blood possible.
While we walk, I would like to destroy the blood signs on nearby trees with fireballs.
Gonna set the forest on fire?
I mean, everything is dead and bloody.
It's just gonna cast for each, like on each tree, just a firebolt.
That is probably a bit much fire, huh?
Because
it would just cut
eventually
off our
every single
escape
tree you
too.
pass through, which could be hundreds by a minute, have this.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of fire.
I'm gonna scratch one with a dagger out of, out of just annoyance, and then we will move on, I guess.
Thank you.
So, few more minutes pass. The small pools, rivers of blood begin to widen slightly, come to feel like deeper, and there's this noxious smell of rot and flesh. And then the trees ahead of you, mere minutes after, they seem to overgrown some sort of brownish, greenish, bloody roots.
The
Through
blood
the-
is all flowing towards us, right?
No, it seems to be staying still at the moment. It's not seemingly spreading on the ground. While on the trees, with each tree covered, they seem to be slowly but surely spreading. But yeah, trees now turning into these grotesque abominations of wood, bark, and flesh. Herc is silent. He is clearly angry. He is clutching his staff and occasionally murmurs something under his breath.
Have I still not located any, like, people?
You have seen not a single humanoid creature. You just see flesh. You see tainted, poisoned flesh that is literally growing as roots on trees.
Okay, but the blood is not like flowing towards where we're going or anything.
No, it seems to be standstill. Yeah.
Alright. Well, we're definitely going in the right direction.
Two more minutes pass, and you see the snake's head also tilts upwards as far as it can, and completely just kind of eyes the north. You find the end of the forest essentially, as all of a sudden you see a massive structure that has been probably caved in by the earth, where red viscous blood flows into it from the gravity. A massive temple long forgotten, and beyond it for several hundred feet it's just rivers, pools of blood leaking downwards, and of course beyond that, familiar blood root covered trees.
Alright, I fly back and I relay this information to the party.
As I hear that, I cast a pass without trace on us as we approach.
How's my lantern freak out?
Your lantern has not, like, as you walk closer, you basically can see this massive structure sunk 70-80 feet to on the ground. Your lantern does not flicker, but by the looks of her, his anger, his gritting of teeth, you can attest that this is the thing he was referring to as the Moon Temple. He's also extremely displeased how it's currently looking.
I tell him that even though I do share his sentiment, we need to be careful. So I ask him to hide with us, to go with Pass Without Trace as we approach, and not do anything rash.
Yes.
He nods. He holds the staff firm. Can everybody roll me a perception check?
Love perception. I am blind.
I'm not.
At least someone is not blind.
Oh,
Oh.
Recipiter is literally carrying this. Uh,
Like, always. Usually.
yeah. I mean, letter. Let's. Second. So,
well, I'm the only person in this party actually using her magic items.
So, descending slowly but surely on still remnant stone cobble, that are kind of just slightly interrupted by the blood rivers flowing downwards. With each step, there's a crack. Not beneath your feet, but in Ural's lantern. Ural, your lantern with each crack and sizzle starts to catch a flame. It is lit.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, when you said it is lit, I had to think of the stupid emoji spam.
Oh no.
Lit.
So, oh yeah, you roll perception check. So, structure is massive. The structure is sunken underground, and bloods, almost literal rivers, are flowing down there. Recipitra, there are plenty of entries that are made and or been made by basically the ages of deterioration that you can enter. Through all of them, you can hear the faintest wails, moans, cries, and clatterings of something inside deep in the shadows. The temple.
Hmm. Well, I signal the rest of the party to approach it stealthily with us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Real quick question, did the rest of our party level up to 12?
Oh my god. Fuck. Yeah. Just.
Anya,
Meh.
Ing?
I assume
Yeah,
Ing and
I
Danny.
think so.
Can you?
Did you level up to 12?
I thought we were.
I'm
Hey.
level 11.
Oh no, wait, mine still says 11 too.
Oh my god, every single week. Fair enough.
Please remember to do it until next time.
Yeah.
I really thought
Yeah.
I did though.
Hey.
Well, anyway, I guess we'll have to use what we have.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
Oh wait, are we not
like-
leveling up?
I mean, technically,
we
I
were
told
already level
twice.
12.
Yeah, I told twice in a row that you're level 12, and you said you're gonna level up, and you're still level 11.
My bad. Okay, sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
But I really went in there and hit save.
Anyway. So,
So we made it to like the entrances, or
yes, there's in total from where you are, as there's no many choices. On the left, there is a cracked entrance that is well, it used to be a wall, but now basically deteriorated. And there's a feasible size of blood going down there. There is, in the middle, a normal entrance seemingly made, for the purpose of entering by the architects of this place. It also has a stream of blood going there, also quite big. And the one on the right, the entrance, doesn't have any blood going there, but it has been made essentially by the deterioration of the place. It has not been constructed, it has been made by nature. So 3 pathways.
I guess I would just go to the middle one, like the actual intended pathway. Since I think we want to follow the blood wherever it leads, because that's probably where we find whatever we want to kill here.
Yes.
So I would like to stealthily approach the entry with everyone else and then try to sneak a peek inside.
Well,
Peeky leg.
Sneaky beaky like.
you can clearly see about 40 feet of hallway into this wide enough inner courtyard that has basically been abandoned and overgrown and overrun, and now there's blood tendrils everywhere on the floor and on the ground and on the walls as well. Rivers. The river of blood continues through the courtyard down further path into the next room, and of course there's some pools of it there. There's only one pathway, and that is forward, deeper seemingly into the temple.
Yura, any magic?
Well, do I heal any magic? DM?
Oh, you still have detect magic.
I said we have it. I have it on all the time.
It is green. You have a green filter on.
I have it.
Basically, you're playing.
Yeah.
You're playing Modern Warfare 4 at the moment.
I feel like detect magic here would be useless because isn't the area just like steeped in it?
Yes. You literally have a green filter at the moment. You basically
I'm
see everything.
saying that everything is drowned in necrotic energy, magic.
And I would like to visually check the the hallway for traps before we proceed.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
Too many friends have died. We must be careful.
Anybody can roll investigation if they want.
28.
Christopher is literally the person for the job.
I mean, it is the
Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna
feature after all.
So, looking
And
through,
with the
looking through the courtyard, it has sections of it on the sides that you see were supposed to be in statues dedicated to some people or just the moon goddess in general. But now everything has been destroyed or maybe looted before, and of course overrun by this red blood plague bullshit. There's no traps, but what you do find of interest only by the edge of the exiting of the courtyard opposite to where you are, there are several bare bloody footprints that seem to
where do they lead?
they lead deeper into the temple. They seem to be going out of the temple only a few feet into the courtyard opposite of where you entered and walking back in.
Alright, I guess we'll move in that direction then. Anyone else got something to do, or are we just going?
I think we're just going in.
So, first simple question, almost immediately during this hallway, 20 feet wide, about 20 feet in height, a bit steeper as you're going down. Only like 20 feet into this new hallway past the courtyard, there's immediate pathways to the left and to the right. They're always um the blood runs into them both almost equally, and they go for how knows how long. As beyond 60 feet. Wait, dark vision. Yes, 60 feet, I think. It's just darkness.
I think we follow the footprints, right?
You have
Well, the
dark-
footprints keep going deeper, just straight.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, I would say we just follow the footprints, since they seem to be the best indication at this point. I would also like to mentally mark where we came from. And, like,
Okay. Oh. Takes you about, half a minute or so, avoiding the pools of blood, I assume. Quite easily enough. You come across a wall, and all of a sudden, sudden shift between left and right. It's a fork. You can go left or right, and the footprints seem to go clockwise. As in, from the right, the creature with the footprints goes here, goes probably back to the courtyard, comes back, and goes left.
so the last set of footprints goes left in the end.
You assume so, as you have not encountered a creature. Also, can everybody roll me perception?
I'm good at that. Never mind.
18.
Well, I still have a question to Tabu. Maybe he has an idea, like which direction we should go. Maybe smell, smell the way.
It screeches at the response, but not at you, but more out of the spite of this place. This place has been corrupted, tainted.
Really?
Delve deep. It's where the heart of the temple lies. That is where the corruption lies as well, presumably.
Do we want to check out the other direction first? And we could find some, some hints or something there. Or anything else of interest. Since apparently there was a reason for someone to go there and then come back.
Okay.
Or maybe they left something there or something like that.
Fair enough. You're the smart one, so I'm gonna trust you.
Up to you to
I
decide.
don't think it would hurt checking it out.
We should still be careful that suddenly no one behind us is
Obviously.
Hey, roll perception. Yeah. Diania. You, as people are discussing where to go, you can hear somewhere in the halls, somewhere in this corridors, wet steps, flesh against stone, heavy steps, and
Guys,
this
we're not alone in
wail,
here.
this groan.
Do I
Echoes
sense something
soft.
with detect? Do I sense something with detect magic?
Everything is necrotic.
Yeah, but maybe he's
Wow.
different.
Can you tell where the steps come from, Danya?
Do I have to roll again to see what direction it's coming from?
I would say you can roll me an intelligence check or an one or the two.
Okay. Check my smarts.
Taking
My
this
street
route.
smarts. Oh, boogow! Oh, that's bad.
You have no clue. It echoes softly
Oh,
through.
no.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
Do we know if it
There's
comes
something in
towards us?
here, and it could be anywhere, so...
Like, is it getting louder? Is it coming towards us or going
Is it
away from
quiet,
us?
or is it like a...
It's with an actual one for you now. It's everywhere. You're getting a bit paranoid.
I ask you that snake. Snake.
What do you ask of the snake?
Does he know where? Does he hear where it comes from?
Let me roll.
Snake hearing.
Snake hearing. Give me a second. Let me roll for the snake hearing. Ooh.
Ooh.
It clearly is disliking the air and the place that it's in, but it listens carefully, extends its head, almost recoils from the stench that he has to endure, and goes, I hear creatures of flesh.
Yeah, that we know that already, but we need to know where.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
Most of us are.
Below
So in front
a
and
lot.
oh my god, below. But what is the nearest? Behind us? In front of us?
It looks to the wall immediately to your right. Beyond there, mere feet away, something large walks.
Okay, but maybe we should hide.
Mind you,
Towards
you're in
or-
a hallway now. Cause wait, did you didn't pick or you to go left or right? Did you?
No, we were still deciding.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In that case, something is coming from the right side. Step by step.
Okay. So, do we want to confront it, or do we just want to hurry where we need to go?
I have an idea. So it's ahead of us, right?
Yes, it is ahead
On
of
the
you
right,
to
ahead of
right
us.
side.
Okay. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And I'm going to make it appear as though there's a child up ahead of us.
Up ahead of you?
Yeah, where the creature is.
Uh-huh.
See if we can't lure it out. What do you think of that idea? Get a good look at what we're dealing with.
Innocent children usually attract monsters.
Well, I can only make things that are up to 5 feet, so.
I see. So
Uh,
summon a child for purposely attracted to you.
It wouldn't be able to move around or anything. It just kind of like sit there.
Uh-huh.
a minor illusion or something would be cooler, like to.
But I guess I can make a sound, like a cry.
But do we really want to attract whatever this is?
I think we're going to run into it no matter what.
So we are basically deciding to stand our ground and fight it instead of moving to the left and just trying to avoid it while getting closer to the core of this.
I would
What
try
realistically could it be that could kill us?
anything.
It could also maybe alert them to our presence, depending on how it works, what it is.
Especially since Tabu says they're everywhere. Above, below, left, right, behind even. So yeah.
Yeah.
We could leave the illusion the opposite direction we go so that they get attracted away from us.
How close do we need to be to it in order to keep it up?
I need to be. 1 sec. 30 feet.
Oh, well. Don't we have a slight problem?
Hmm. How about I just I think, like in my opinion, I think we should try to avoid any confrontation as long as possible.
All right, at least until we see what it actually is.
Yeah.
But after
So,
that,
how about we go to the left and try to move silently? It's where we wanted to go in the end anyway, since that is where the footprints led.
all right, very well.
Okay, so you go left. It takes you a good half a minute to go left. You go into a hallway and a few corridors, like sharp turns, 90-degree turns. You feel yourself going lower and lower, deeper and deeper, as of the angle of this temple as it has been sunken in. You see to your sides on the walls depictions that used to be that have been basically defaced, destroyed, and there's nothing but a bunch of fine gray stone scattered everywhere alongside the pools of blood and the river that continues to go downwards. It takes about a minute of traversing, and all of a sudden you have a new choice. Continue straight, just down, or go left. Go looking to the left, there seems to be a door that it used to be, but only the hinges remain. And through the door you can see that there is a staircase. This almost like a large spiral staircase that goes down.
What do the footprints say?
The footprints are continuing straight.
Hmm.
Uriel, I would like you to roll me a perception.
Oh my god, I hate it when I'm the only person to do it. Not too bad, but
Oh, by the way, I just remembered. I think that at least Ing probably forgot to account for the +2 AC that my staff is giving everyone as long as you're close to me.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if Diania is accounting for that, or Ural, but just a friendly reminder that as long as you're close to me, you get +2 on your AC.
How's close is close?
what is the max range?
30 feet. I
20
think.
feet? Okay.
Let me double check. Yes, 30 feet.
And I just 30. So how much? Oh, 13. So, you look, I don't know what decision have you made? Like, do you continue straight down?
We were. I think we were waiting for the result of the
Okay.
perception.
Uh, so V,
Yeah, am I blind?
Euro. Oh boy. As you look around, you see your lantern flickers and is fully alight. There is blue flame that lights the surrounding area in this nice palish blue light, and everybody can see it. But what you see, besides everyone else, except for the color shifting, you see shades, ghosts by the wall, leaning, stumbling, present, moving, their face contorted in pain. But as you kind of look at them, see at them, trying to figure out what they are, they seem to almost get conscience, realize that somebody is staring at them, looking at them, and the faces start to shift. This contorted, mangled faces slowly shift their gaze towards you. One of them bellows out in this half puff. Savior!
What? What?
Tabu almost
Savior?
proclaims, I think they're meaning you.
Me?
Yes? Tabu.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't hear what you said because it was.
Oh,
The,
they said savior.
a savior. Oh God. Wait, I'm the only one who can see them. Shit. Am I again turning mad, bro? I'm turning mad.
As you're having a conversation with your snake, rest of you like looks a bit at you and is like, everything alright?
I'm not sure. Do you see this? And I point to these ghostly creatures.
Do I see the ghosts?
No, nobody
Eh.
can.
Nobody
was.
can.
Except of course, Ural.
Okay, so they were just leaning against the wall, or just walking into a direction? Question mark.
What did you say?
Were they leaning against the wall? Just leaning?
No, they're basically against, not leaning, they're against the wall as if standing at attention. But more, you realize as you get closer, you see that they're almost like attached to it.
Oh, so they can't move.
Yes. They don't really have limbs, they have bodies, but most of them are basically in the wall.
Ah, so they're basically like only the chest and head is like
Yes.
sticking out of, like a gargoyle thing.
Oh, you could say so.
Ah, okay. So I walk up and I ask, do you, like, I know you mean me, but am I on the right path? Is that the right direction?
Let me roll a d20. Many wails, many whimpers, and this elevation of sound echo through your mind as the hallways, lit and unlit, down below to your left and in front of you where you haven't been, start to wail, moan, groan. A singular voice, a singular word echoes, Savior, Savior. And then, as you start to hear more and more, one of them speaks out, almost like awoken from a sudden slumber in sharp pain. There is a tumor at the main.
There's a tumor. Okay. In my head or where?
Jesus fucking.
Oh, so that's why you keep
All up in
seeing
your
these
brain.
spirits.
There's a tumor, a spawn at the main chamber, deep below, at the most sanctified of grounds. Kill it. Set us free.
A spawn?
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh god. Oh
Yeah.
god. Okay, I
Damn.
have no wisdom.
Eh.
Okay. Oh shit, wait. Oh! Oh! Oh no! What's happening now? Oh,
Uh,
oh no.
Jesus
That
fucking
is-
Christ. Can you roll a constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving
Yeah.
throw. Okay. I don't want to die.
So, a simple thing now transpires with Earl, as Earl seems to fixated on the walls. It starts muttering something. As all of a sudden the lantern starts to flicker more and more. The flame is way beyond the parameters of its usual, place, and the fire seems to be burning through the cage, and the fire seems to be traveling up the chain on Ural's hand. Ural is unresponsive as the bluish flame starts to travel up Ural's hand and arm. Is any one of you would like to do anything?
I would like to come to Eurus' aid mentally by giving a flash of genius as reaction to the con save that follows this happening.
What
Panic.
does a flash of genius do again?
+6.
Ooh.
Wait, you gonna do what now? Flash of Genius?
As a reaction, as a reaction, I'm gonna give flash of genius to the con save.
Uh-huh.
+6 on it.
Okay, and anything else?
I would like to take Euro by the shoulders and shake him and be like, "You're on fire! You're on fire!"
Well,
Panic.
so what can I feel it? Am I like? Do I need
Your
to
mind is blank at the moment, Ural. You have no control. Only
What does
D6.
Tabu do? What does Tabu do?
Give me a second. Roll a D6. I want to see what happens.
Oh, but yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Let's see. Give me a second. Of course, okay, and okay. So.
Yeah. I don't feel safe.
You see the serpent almost like unfazed as it all of a sudden wriggles on the opposite arm of Ural, seemingly observing the flame and seemingly eyeing Ural's reaction. Seemingly unimpressed about how Ural's taking these things. The snake Abu angrily hisses and just proceeds to go for the lantern. Its fangs open and it springs up from the shoulder into the lantern and just kind of catches itself on fire, wrings it out of your hands, and as soon as you let go of the lantern, the entire flame flickers and dies out, and all of a sudden you're back to the land of the living. Looking by looking by your side, you see Abu in its mouth, the lantern.
Is Tabu still visible to the others, or is he?
It is.
Again?
As if it was still shaking you.
Okay, I snap out of it. Am I still on fire?
No, the fire has extinguished, and there's no burn marks.
I look at Tabu and I look around like, what the fuck just happened? Do I still see the ghosts?
No,
They're gone?
they're gone.
Oh,
You were burning!
that's fine, I have no marks. No worries. Not sure what I just saw. Somewhere deeper in this temple is a spawn. We need to kill it. Oh god, my dog is freaking out. Wait a second.
It was about you burning.
Probably.
Wild pupper appears.
A wild
Everybody
pupper.
roll.
Everybody roll for head pets.
Oh no.
No, but I still remember which direction all the like the sounds weird moaning and all the suffering sounds and stuff go, right?
Well, everything is kind of just finished.
Over the place. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it was left. It was somewhere left. I kind of forgot. I was a bit too scared to die. But I say, like I point to a general direction. I think it's this way.
Okay. Are you ready to move on? What's with your lantern?
I look at. Does Tabu still have the lantern in his mouth? Hello?
Hmm?
I was asking if Tabu's having his lantern, the lantern still in his mouth. What kind of
It
fire?
does have it in this uncomfortable position before it spits out and looks angrily at you.
I'm sorry, Tabu. Are you okay?
It does not want to respond.
Okay, he angry. I think he's okay. But I pet his head. I'm like, thank you. You got me. You helped me. You got me out of there, man.
So, decisions, gonna go straight down or gonna go left?
Lift. I think it was lift.
But based on Iris instructions, we shall go left.
If it's not left, we can still go back, right?
Is everybody agrees? Go down.
What about aim?
Yep, I'm good.
Hey, that's good. So, taking the side path, you go down the stairway one level. There is an exit, but also there is a pathway that leads even downward through the stairway. Go down again, or would you like to peek out and see what's there?
Let's take a little peek.
At least have a look, yeah.
Question, Euro, are you still holding the lantern?
What do you mean?
Like the lantern that it was dropped.
Oh, I pick up the lantern, of course.
So, in a matter of a few seconds, the lantern flickers back to its light. And when you peek on the, one floor below, this floor is surprisingly, it has the same hallway. It does not have any blood root anywhere. It seems to be normal. Abandoned, but normal.
Okay, I kind of feel like I'm wrong here, but maybe it's the wrong way.
I mean, there's a stairway still going down the same. We're just one level down.
Well, let's go.
We continue onwards.
You're going down one more. Give me a second. Let me change the music then. Okay. You go one level down. Can everybody roll me? Perception check.
We love perception. Anyone who isn't me.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
King and me are on the lookout.
13.
Ural, you?
I Perception. Never mind, I love perception. I love perception. And I love refrigeration.
Okay. So, um, so you, as you make your way down the stairway one more level, you come across extinguished torches, entryway that has been essentially barred, but have been forcefully opened by some brute force, making this almost like a trap of metal and wood between like the doorway. And you see, Ural, a familiar banner flung by next to the door. It is a familiar banner of the cultists of Adra. It is just a simple plain violet tabard with this tealish glowing eye. It seems to be half open.
Well, I'm angry.
Yes, reciprocating, however, there's only one doorway in. It's about, a few feet wide, it's about 10 feet tall, all clearly open. You can hear chains down there, down the hallway, way ahead of you. You hear metal clattering. You hear flesh hitting the floor, but also hoops. You hear pain, suffocating noises, but also giggling and laughter.
I think we're in the right place.
It sounds right.
Yep.
Alright. Everyone finished with their preparations? We might need to fight soon.
Hey,
I'm always ready to fight.
not all undead creatures are evil. You know.
True, but from what we've seen so far, I don't want to bet, but
I want to make a smart offer. On ending the session today so the others can level up for the fight.
That is actually,
we still have
that
like
is,
45 minutes.
believe me, this is not gonna be a 40-minute encounter.
Is it not? Is it gonna be? What is it gonna? What do you mean?
How do you gonna mean? What would you like to prepare yourself before you head in? So I can show you what is.
I think I have everything prepared, so I would be ready to enter.
I mean, too, but it's just a case, we don't know what kind of evil spawn is down there that we need to slay, No.
So,
I am ready to slay anything.
Are ya?
Yes, because whatever is here,
are you gonna try to
my little slime friend.
are you gonna stealthily approach?
Yes.
I would like everybody to roll me a stealth check, and I think Pass Without a Trace is still active, so you all get a +10.
Indeed.
Hey. Oh my goodness. Wait, why didn't I? Oh, never mind. Oh my god. This +10 saved my ass.
Oh my god. Okay. So,
I'm the loud one.
so
I mean, it makes sense considering that you have a lantern in your hand.
what you basically are met with is, of course, a barricade broken down. You pass through, and there's several other layers of barricades and almost like a hold out positions. There are no bodies, no bones, no blood. But there is this sensation of, I don't know how to describe this, just dread. As you finish essentially walking the 45, 40 feet through basically torn, destroyed barricades, come upon a chamber. Ural, a very familiar chamber. You remember being placed somewhere in the center where there was this massive elevation point, and your life was to be sacrificed.
Trauma moment.
Yes, yes, yes. But
Near-death
however,
experience moment.
however, you see these two. Like as soon as you enter the chamber, you see this. Give me a second.
Only me again, or
No, all of you, all of you. You see these two 9-foot tall abominations of flesh standing idly, seemingly staring at the center of the.
Oh god.
Yeah, standing at the center of, staring at the center of the room. At the very end of the room, past the elevated space, you see. Second, where is it again? You see some sort of deformed sorcerer, cleric, priest performing incantations. As it looks almost immediately, just as a 180 turns to all of you and extends its finger towards you, Ural.
I am in utmost panic.
That's not all.
I have a,
That is
I have
not.
I have a panic attack.
Uh-huh. Oh, don't worry, it gets a lot worse. As all of a sudden, the centerpiece, the one that you've seen before and laid upon, but not exactly this one, as you know what happened previously, there's a rumble, there's a crack, and something breaks. Through the all of a sudden debris and rubble of stone, you hear chains, metal, flesh, and like cackling laughter as a manifestation about 12 foot tall not springs up but claws itself out of the rumble. Its multi-head deformation stares at you as it pronounces in celestial, "Sister."
Sister.
Yes. And with that,
Doesn't make any sense. I'm male. I'm male. I'm male.
I know. Shut up. I know what I'm saying. Can you stop?
I'm just in case. Just saying.
I'll literally have to get. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here because next session is gonna be a D20 session. So,
Alright.
anything you want to say before I'm finished this from down with no survivors?
I have a panic
I'm
attack.
Ancient wizard panic attack.
I'm ready to cook some meat.
I have a panic attack.
Very cool. Oh, that.
Oh, our final words.
Yeah.
Please level up. I think we're going to need it.
Yeah, please level up. We're gonna need it.
Yeah. Now you're still level 12. It is what it is.
I leveled up. I got a whole like 4 HP and access to burning hands.
Nice.
So, you know.